Hey, yo, you ready? Let's do it. Yeah. Come on. I'm the definition of half man, half drugs.
Oh boy, that feels good right there. That feels good to be back on the air, live for Lawn Chair Season 2, Episode 9, back in Beatty's domicile. It is just a beautiful spectacle to film this amazing production here, and it's just great to be back with the beautiful people sitting at home. And yeah, Nick, I'll let you take it away, buddy. Sorry. I'm just excited to be back, guys. I mean, spring semester, you gotta get enthusiastic about it, and I'm feeling good.
We're starting over.
No, we're not starting over. This is what the fans want.
No.
Raw, uncut footage.
I'm hysterically laughing. I'm sorry.
All right.
Garrett, you were cracking me up. I don't know why. You just were. But yeah, no, it's great to be back. We're here in Crete once again in Beatty's domicile, as Garrett said. And we're really excited for another episode here at Lawn Chair Talk. Hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas and New Year's and or holiday season, if you will.
Yes.
So
That's a good way to wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean,
holiday season.
Yeah, so Merry Christmas.
Never know who's celebrating Kwanzaa out there.
Yeah, shout out to all the
Kwanzans.
the Kwanzaa.
You know.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, no, we've been good. We've been doing us still.
Yeah, to get you guys up. I mean, I know we wanted to film an episode when we're back in Colorado. Unfortunately, our equipment was left in that there room over there, and so we didn't have the means to be producing new episodes. But to catch you guys up, me and Nick, we went back home, grinding it out, lifting, throwing, doing all the things that you got to do to get ready, and we're freaking back. We're back in Crete, and we're ready. We got our schedule is out. We're going to talk about that in a bit, and we are getting into the swing of things out here. We're throwing live now. We're back in the indoor practices. We're being able to get outside because of the nice weather. We're hitting the weight room hard. So how many days do we have? I believe it's January 13th, right?
Yeah.
So 17 days till first pitch. And the boys are excited. The boys are hot. The boys are ready to go.
Yeah, we're feeling great. I would say everyone is back, ready to get after it. I mean, hitters are looking good. Pitchers are, getting back in the swing of things. Everyone's, just getting back in the swing of things. We're all feeling real excited, real just energized, ready to get out there. I mean, the energy's high. And, I think everyone's just feeling great, feeling excited to, step out on the field that first game. I mean, it's coming up soon. So, yeah, as Garrett said, we're going to break down the schedule. We're going to talk a little college football, obviously, because the playoffs we're coming up on the national championship now. We got about 6 days, I believe, is when national championship happens between the good old Indiana Hoosiers and the
Miami Hurricanes.
The Miami
Hurricanes.
Sorry, I just blanked, guys. I don't know what happened there. Anyways, let's start it off with our schedule. I think we'll just begin there.
Yeah, so we finally got our official schedule put together finished about 2 or 3 days ago, I believe, and it's looking like a beautiful one. Just to give you guys a little heads up, the first month of the season, we're going to be out of the state of Nebraska, traveling all throughout the upper Midwest region and part of the South region of the United States, and we're going to be able to take on some quality opponents.
We're well traveled.
Yeah, it's
it's going to be awesome, huh?
It's going to be freaking awesome, dude. And very blessed to have the opportunity to be able to travel, have the means to travel, and play the teams that we want to be seeing every day. And so the first series, we're headed out to Salina, Kansas, January 30th to take on the Kansas Wesleyan Coyotes.
Yeah.
How about those guys?
Yeah, we played them last year. We only played them for one game to kick off the season in Salina. they got a good squad. I mean, I really don't know much about how they're going to look this year. I mean, I think they're generally a very good team, so I think they'll compete well. I think last year, what I remember the most is they could swing it pretty well, and the staff, like the pitching staff that they had was, pretty solid as well. So I mean, overall, I think it's going to be a great, start for us, a great start for them. Like two really competitive, kind of scrappy teams going after it. I think that Kansas Wesleyan, like last year, definitely didn't get a whole lot of love that they deserved. Like I think they were kind of underrated, and they made a little run at it. So I think this year they'll, same kind of mindset, like underdog type of mindset. Same with us as well. So I think it's going to be a great weekend. We got 3 games against them, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then the following weekend, we're going to be heading down south.
Down south of the great state of Nebraska. Quite south, actually.
Yeah, quite south. We're going to be heading to Victoria, Texas, which is just south of Houston. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be playing against 2 teams out there, A&M Victoria and Wayland Baptist, 2 teams that generally are top 25 teams in the country consistently, very good programs. I can't really tell you a whole lot about them just because I've never played them. But I mean, from what I've heard, what I know is that it's going to be a solid team, both of them, and it's going to be once again a good way to kind of kick off our season.
Well, not to mention, when we get closer to these games, we'll be able to do a pretty good job in scouting reports and stuff. Give you guys a good insight of what we're going up against the intending weekends. So right now, obviously, it's a lot of raw nothingness in terms of data.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just giving a brief overview in terms of what we know the history of the schools are. And then as we start to dive deeper into the series as they come up, we'll be able to take a deeper, more in-depth look at what they have to offer. And just so that way it's not like, we don't know anything about these guys. We'll be able to have a good idea and be able to talk about it a little bit better. But just because this is the overview, we're just kind of going over the basics, going out in Texas. And then we follow that up by going to Oklahoma City, playing Oklahoma City University for a 4-game set, which will be really good. Hopefully the weather is good. It's always a toss-up, but I know that's a good team historically, so I'm sure we'll be able to give you guys a good insight when we get to there. And then we finish it up by going to Missouri and playing Missouri Baptist, a ranked team, typically, I believe. I don't know much about them, obviously, but I know they are a really good squad, and they're going to be a good test for us, and that's what we want. We want to be facing the best teams that we can and getting the good looks and seeing the best arms. That way we're not surprised when we get to the postseason. So,
yeah, and then the following weekend, we finally have our first home series against Clark. We played them last year for a 4-game set. We took 3 out of 4. Pretty scrappy team. I mean, I'm sure they'll be pretty similar to last year, so I think it's definitely a series that we're looking to take there for sure. I mean, every series for us is definitely we're looking to take at least 3 out of 4 every weekend. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be excited just to be on our home field. I think that's going to be a huge piece to it, and hopefully weather's good for that as well. The following weekend after that, we're heading down to Kansas once again, and we're going to be taking on Mid-American, Nazarene, and Baker. Honestly, don't know a whole lot about either of them, so we'll get there.
Yeah, I saw Baker University at our women's wrestling meet that we had to work in December, I believe.
Yeah,
and
how they look wrestling-wise.
They were big. Big girls down there in Baker. So
well, good for
I'm
them.
sure if the baseball team's anything like the wrestling team, they might be able to hit a couple bombs. But other than that, I think the speed will be lackluster. And other than that, I think we'll be looking to take a couple games from the old Baker University, whatever they're called.
Should be fun. And then I mean after that, I mean it's going to be conference schedules. So
yeah.
I don't think we really need to touch on that. But like as far as like the beginning of our season goes, I mean, so we got. Like before conference, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weekends of baseball, and pretty much 4 out of those 6 weekends we're playing top 25 teams, which is a lot of fun and like definitely really exciting about that. Just because it's a good test for us, it's a good way to start off the season and kind of build up a really good resume when it comes down to the end of the year, and you're looking to snag a regional spot or possibly host as well. So I mean, you take a lot of those games, and then it's pretty hard for a committee not to let a team like us host or have a top seed in a
Yeah.
regional. So I mean, that's really a big piece of it, and like why we're trying to schedule these games, trying to play against the best of the best. Yeah, I mean, all we can really say about it is we're really excited to get on the field. We hope the weather's good for at least playable for it. So should be a blast. I mean, we're both pumped up, ready to go. Wouldn't you say, Garrett?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, come on.
The boys are jumping. We're excited to get against a team wearing the other jersey.
We're bouncing.
Yeah, we're bouncing. Mm-hmm. Shout out to our strength coach Ben Berkman. We're bouncing. And yeah, we're ready to get going. But moving on, let's talk about a little bit of the college football playoff. Obviously,
Let's chat about it.
Let's chat about it. Over the last month. And all I'm gonna say is, boy, is it gonna be an interesting matchup on Monday.
Yeah.
With the Indiana Hoosiers facing the Miami Hurricanes, the 10 seed. So we talk about this a lot. It's a good test to see this whole playoff format. Obviously, a 10 seed making the national title proves that maybe you might need that playoff expansion to really see who the best team in the country is, who should be deserving to go to the national title. But it's going to be a great test between two really good teams. Obviously, Miami's playing the best football they can possibly play right now, and Indiana looks like just a steamrolling machine that has nothing to stop them.
Yeah.
But your take?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I also think it's a little crazy. I mean, I don't know for sure anything, but it just seemed like the Miami Hurricanes on a bad football team. And
well,
it's kind of weird.
It seems kind of weird because I know that early in the year when we had them at the top of our list, everybody was calling us a little crazy, a little bit like you guys don't know ball. And obviously, we're sitting here January 13th, and Miami's set to compete for the national championship on Monday. So I'd say that's a pretty good damn team to me.
Yeah.
So shout out to Isaiah Miller's buddy Brock Marler. You have been an awesome listener, a frequent visitor of the podcast, and we love you for that. But I just want to give a shout out to you that our takes on Miami were pretty damn accurate. And,
yeah, pretty spot on.
And they might shock the world and win the damn national
title. They could. I mean, they got the ugliest quarterback in the country. I'll tell you that.
They got Sid the Sloth into the center, but damn it, they got a chance.
But damn it, they got a chance against the Hoosiers of Indiana.
I mean,
I think the college football playoffs has just kind of proved that that there needs to be a bit of a change, especially on some of the buys. And especially with some of the group of 5 teams being let in.
Definitely.
Not to say that Tulane was a bad team or to say, that they weren't deserving of being in there or JMU, but it's kind of look, at the same time, you see the results, and I see a lot of people take the TCU and Georgia national championship, for example. They got killed in that. And it's okay, it's a little different, it's a little different to me. I think the playoffs is meant to be the best of the best. You look at the FCS, they do it perfectly, I think. They take the 16 best teams in the country, 1 through 16, and they go at it for a playoff. And I think that's really exciting to watch. Not to say that this playoffs hasn't been exciting to watch. There's been some good games. There's been some bad games. But at the same time, it's all about finding out who's truly the best team in the country and most deserving of the national championship. I just don't think that this format is going to really find that. Now, I think it's interesting when we talk about this national championship game with Miami and Indiana, because I don't think a whole lot of people were expecting Indiana to actually be in the national championship. What Kurt Singetti has done there has just been incredible. The turnaround that he has made for that program is one for the ages. And he's going to go down as a legend in Indiana no matter how this game goes, I believe. But, I mean, to really should we give a pick for this or?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. We probably won't have another episode before the national title game is played.
Yeah, so we might as well.
Looking at both the squads, obviously Indiana, I think that the biggest thing with them to me is that they just have the best system. They just have the best system. They're the best coached. It's the best well-run football organization in the country, and it's not really about who has the most talent. I mean, they have just destroyed teams that have whatever X amount of 5 stars, X amount of 4 stars. Like this offense that Cignetti has developed there with Mendoza and with the amazing offensive line and the receivers that just make the plays when it matters. And that they just control the tempo. They don't turn the ball over. They play great defense. I just think that is the team that you want to have as your team.
Yeah.
You want a team that's obviously you want to see the flashy plays, but we saw when they played Oregon, that was like the king of big plays, and just got smothered. I mean, it was just a horrendous game.
Yeah, it wasn't
absolute ass beating. And I mean, I think that what Miami does have going for them is that their defense has gotten them this far. So if there's any way you can stay in this game, is if your defense can be stout against the great system that Cignetti has there with all the RPOs and establishing the run game. I mean, it's just such a hard offense to beat because they can come at you with all different angles. And Mendoza just runs it so well. He knows when to pull that ball back and sling it for a 5-yard out route, and he doesn't miss ever. So if you're Miami, you have to play a perfect game, and you have to put pressure on Mendoza constantly, and you have to establish the run game. And if you can win in the trenches, you have a chance. But if you don't, I think it's just going to be a walk in the park, another blowout game for Indiana. But your thoughts?
So I'm guessing you're taking Indiana.
I'm taking Indiana, and I would take Indiana by 2 scores at least.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much for me to add on to that. I mean, I think that's absolutely correct. I mean, I think Indiana, I mean, it's just a well-run team. They've just proved it every single weekend. I think there's always just been kind of speculation around that team as to if they're actually legit. I think that Miami's going to be. I don't think it's going to be their toughest matchup or their toughest test this year because I think Ohio State was. But at the same time, I think Miami's definitely up there. It might actually be their toughest test. But I think that Miami, I mean, their defense has really carried them, and I like to say that, defense wins championships. But at the same time, just the way that Indiana plays, they're very calm. They're composed every single game. It's just very simple football. They're not looking to do anything crazy, taking big shots all the time. They take it when they need it. They just, chip away down the field. Their defense was unbelievable against Oregon. They just found a way to just really disrupt Dante Moore, which was huge to kind of see because that's arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the country. And I really don't see that with Carson Beck. I was high on Miami all season long pretty much for the most part, so it's kind of hard for me to pick against them, but I got to go with the Indiana Hoosiers. I love Mendoza, man. He's just a dog. And just on and off the field, he's a great guy.
Yeah,
so I really want it for him personally. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I hope that it's a close game, and I hope it's just a dogfight just because that's what you really want to see. You just want to see a good game. So that's really what I'm hoping for the most. But I think overall, either Indiana's just I see Indiana coming out on top both ways. So, whatever happens, but give me the Hoosiers.
Yeah, no, it seems like a pretty clear answer if you're making a decision, but obviously there can be some different variables here that could sway you the other way. Obviously, Miami's just continued to turn heads and prove people wrong, so we'll see. It'll all be found out Monday night.
Got to stick with my Cuban brother, man.
Yeah, no. Fair
Mendoza.
enough. Fair enough.
My
Mendoza,
dog.
shout out to you, brother. And so as we talk even more about college football, I want to touch a little bit about the chaos that's going on in the transfer portal. We already know that it's just an absolute shit show in terms of when they open it, and pretty much there's still, it's still the wild, wild west of college football. There's no restrictions, and so guys are committing in the portal, and then they're getting money from another school, and they're flipping their commitment mid signing.
Yeah.
You've got guys that are entering the portal with a non-contact tag, which obviously proves that there is tampering going on within the college
100%.
football teams. I mean, you've got, Sam, not Sam Levitt. I mean, a ton of guys did, but I know that Raiola did. Raiola, or maybe not Raiola. Who am I thinking of? Yeah, Sam Levitt had the no-contact tag, so you know that he was going with some tampering. Teams were already on his ass long before he entered the portal, and I'm
100%.
sure there was a handful of others that had that no contact tag. I believe Austin Simmons was another one, the backup for Trinidad Chambliss. He entered the portal, and it's like no contact tag, and you're like, okay, well, if he's a no contact tag, obviously he already knows where he's going, and obviously this has been something that's been put in place weeks prior.
Yeah, before they were even allowed to.
It's
talk
ridiculous.
To
I mean, that Kenny Minchie guy. Shout out to Nebraska football lovers. Nebraska had a quarterback backup for Notre Dame this year. He commits to Nebraska. He's about to sign to Nebraska, and last second he flips his commitment because he was given, I think, like $500,000 or $1 million more by Kentucky, and all of a sudden he's committed. And it's just like, what does the commitment hold nowadays? What does that mean? Is it worth anything? I mean, until the pen is to the paper, really nothing means anything in my eyes.
No, I mean, I definitely agree. I think it's just there's not. I mean, just how it's turned into is just a very selfish kind of point of view as to where these kids are. As you said, like the no contact stuff. I mean, it's already been set in stone where they're going to go. So I mean, there's definitely tampering going on. There's definitely things that shouldn't be happening that is happening, and I think there's just not a whole lot of honesty with it. With some of these guys that are committing to one school, then they're still looking at a different school, haven't signed that. Like they really don't have a long time to do this, and it's kind of like take the time to really decide. Like I'm not against kids taking multiple visits or talking to multiple schools. Like take the time to find your home. But at the same time, if you make a commitment, like, that means something, especially to a coach. Like, he's not looking for you to make a commitment and then all of a sudden you demand more money. Like, this isn't what college football is about. It's about preparing you to get to the NFL and to make, big money there. And it's just turned into, professional sport at this point. So I don't really know if there's it's just gotten so chaotic with NIL. And with the transfer portal, it's just been so hectic that I don't even know if there's a solution to any anymore. Like the NCAA is asking for the government to step in. Like there's all kinds of things that they're asking for as far as regulations go, because they've just realized that before how it was there was all kinds of regulations, all kinds of restrictions, and then you just go the complete opposite. And are just like free for all. Do whatever you want. Make as much money as you can. Go to 50 schools if you want to. And play for 10 years if you want to. So it's kind of like, look, I mean, they're panicking and they're starting to realize they made a mistake. And it's like all you can really do is look at yourself in the mirror and be like, wow, like this was all us. This is all on us. We got to take charge. We got to figure out a solution to this where kids aren't so drawn to the money and are actually drawn to what the purpose of college football is, as preparing you as a young man to either play professional sports or to go out in the real world and, function in society. Like, kids are just so drawn to money now and are just so money hungry that, they'll go anywhere for it. And they start to lose the actual focus of, finding the best place that's going to develop them in the best way to make them either a great football player or a great, young man. So, that's my whole kind of take on it as far as the portal goes. Lastly, I'll definitely add, as a Baylor fan, getting DJ Lagway hasn't signed yet, but sounds like he's going there, so pretty pumped about that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
that's a good get for you guys. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a former 5-star quarterback.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I like him. Seems like a good guy. He's got family ties to Baylor. His dad played there. He was a running back, I believe, in the 90s. So we always knew we were going to get him eventually.
Yeah, I mean, you got that confidence in you, but I think that to add on with the transfer portal stuff, I mean, I think that I'm not against kids going to make money, because I think the kids have kind of cracked the code. They go, it was always, I want to get to college, I want to develop, so that way I can go to the pros and make money. Mm-hmm. Now it's like, all I got to do is get in the right situation at a certain school, and you start making $4 million a year. I mean, that's life-changing money.
100%.
You don't even need, like, Pavia probably doesn't even need the money that he might or might not get in the NFL.
Right.
I mean, the guy's hardly a draft prospect, and he probably finessed his way into $8 to $10 million, given all the endorsements and given all the NIL that Vanderbilt's given him. And I mean, you can't be anti these guys taking a chance on themselves because they're just using the tools that they have around them. Now that it's the Wild West, they're like, okay, I'll go try to make money, and I can't fault them for that.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I mean, it's just so broken. You got to move the portal opening date way back till after the season's completely over. I mean, it's just a mess. I think, what was it? Somebody was playing in the national title game, and they were in the portal. It might have been Simmons.
Yeah.
Simmons was the backup quarterback for Ole Miss. He was in the portal and playing in the semifinal game.
Yeah.
Like, how is that possible?
Yeah, I mean,
But,
I just think that, I mean, as you said, like, I definitely, I understand these kids are, wanting to make money, and, I respect that, and understand that, that's just what it is now in college football and in all sports, that, like, if you can get paid to do it, I mean, get paid. I'm not saying, don't get paid, don't, get money. But, at the same time, like, there's other factors to it, and if, like, there just needs to be regulations put in place, I feel like.
Yeah, 100%.
Where, because, I mean, part of the, the whole purpose is that I felt with NIL is for, kids that could, be able to have extra money to be able to, live in, a good place, like, off campus or whatever, have enough money for food, clothes, like that kind of thing, like have, enough money to be able to, like, live well, especially for some kids that don't come from money, like come from, nothing. Like, obviously, you want those kids to, if they can earn money, give them the opportunity to make money and, spend it on things that they need. And I'm not faulting them for, making millions of dollars and, spending it on whatever they want. Like, it's your money. You spend it on what you want. Like, if you're making $4 million or whatever and you buy a Lamborghini, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, that was stupid. I mean, might be, but, like, that's your money. That's your choice. You do what you want with it. It's your life. But I mean, it's just gotten so hectic, as you said. I mean, with the portal, NIL, it's just the Wild West. So it's kind of like, at some point, someone's got to be able to step in and kind of set some guidelines, set some regulations to be able to kind of say where, because, there's no more line anymore. We've gone way past the line, So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, not to go too off topic, but I wanted to show you this thing I saw today. It was a post by Baseball America. And Baseball America, which I was unaware of, like, what the NIL thing kind of looked like in college. And they actually came out with a poll that they sent to 50 Division I coaches of what's the highest NIL
and this is for
contract
baseball?
that you've heard. Yeah, just for baseball.
Okay.
Can you guess what it is? What's the highest? Only 3 coaches said that they've even heard of this number.
This is college baseball.
College baseball. Yep.
Is this per year?
This is, I mean, I'm assuming. It doesn't specify. It says,
let's go 1.5.
based on a poll of 50-plus college coaches, these are the biggest NIL deals they're hearing.
LSU? 1.5.
Not even close.
More?
Way less.
Oh, way less?
That's a little shallow.
300K? 350?
So 3 coaches said that they've heard of a deal that was $800,000. 11 coaches said $750,000. 8 coaches said $700,000. The majority at 14 responses said $500,000. So that really does put it into perspective, because obviously I'm not saying that $500,000 isn't life-changing money, but I figured that LSU getting all these dudes had to be throwing like $1 million.
That's what I thought.
Maybe $800,000 like per guy.
I thought that that Mississippi State kid, that freshman, the pitcher, the lefty, that's like up to 102 or something like that. I figured he would get like $1 million.
Yeah, apparently.
Maybe
800,000 is the highest that they even heard of.
That's crazy. Okay.
Which is crazy because it opens up my perspective a lot and kind of makes me optimistic about baseball, because at least in baseball, they're still kind of chasing that they want to go to school to develop so that they can get drafted.
Right.
Versus like, I'm going to go to school just so I can make money.
Right. I mean, that's why.
Like, you want to go to school and make $50K, great. Like,
I mean, that's why you still see a lot of kids like going to junior college and stuff like that.
yeah,
Like junior college, the whole point of junior college is, to develop. Like you're not, you know, most guys are like, okay, I'm not like big enough or I'm not, good enough yet to be at a Division 1, or I won't like play day one at a 4-year. I'm going to go to a junior college and, be able to start for 2 years and then go play at a 4-year. So yeah, I mean, there's still, I like that about baseball, but at the same time, like, I feel like that won't change a whole lot just because, like, there's not a whole lot of money in it.
No, I agree.
You
yeah.
know? But, yeah, I mean, as far as that goes, the separation between, like, schools like LSU, like SEC schools specifically, like, the gap between them and other schools is just going to be huge as far as, like, baseball goes.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, and I was talking about that over break with a couple of my buddies, and I do agree with that. I just think that, like, in the grand scheme of it, the money is not going to be enough to, like, pull a kid one way. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so.
If you're going to Coastal
can...
Carolina, you're like, okay, I was in the national title last year. We're in the Sun Belt. We don't have $1 million. We probably don't even have $500K for our best player. Yeah. But it's like, okay, Kentucky, a team that was in the middle of the SEC, didn't make a regional. They're offering me $300,000. Should I go there to a mid-major where I'm going to have a chance to compete for a natty?
Yeah, and also compete for baseball, a day one starting job.
Yeah,
too.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot more benefits.
So,
but I mean, you could also argue that for football too. At the same time,
yeah,
less. But I mean, you could easily be like, I mean, look at a team like JMU. I mean, it's going to be a little different now because I mean their coach left.
Yeah,
and same thing with Tulane. But I mean, the next guy to come in or whatever. Or like a school like, I guess North Texas doesn't count it either.
Okay, well, my thing about that, like what you're saying, is those schools don't last for very long. They're going to have 2 years of success, and then they'll be a Big 12 team, or they'll be an SEC team.
True.
So it's like those teams will never compete. Those guys in college baseball don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably making $100 to $150K being a head coach, and if they have their own program that they know they can run, and they have that culture already built in a school like UC Santa Barbara or something like that doesn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to throw at kids for money, but those kids are like, I don't care. Like, I know this school is going to develop me to possibly get a chance to play at the next level, and on top of that, I'm going to be able to play right away. Versus a guy like Austin Simmons, who's like, I'm probably already making 2 to 3 at Ole Miss, and I'm going to go to Missouri. Okay.
Yeah.
Missouri was, just out on the top of the top 25. Like, they were like 23 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you're not competing for a natty, and it's probably a bigger dollar figure, maybe.
Yeah.
But it's not the same, in my opinion.
No, I mean, that is true. Yeah.
They're not going to be like, I'll go to North Texas. Let's go win a natty at North Texas, or let's go win a natty at Colorado State.
Yeah, but I mean, there could be other kids out there that, they're not looking for a national championship. They're looking to develop.
Sure. And I mean,
yeah, but I do understand.
I think that point. Like the kids that you're talking about are such a small fraction of the majority.
No, I
think
agree.
The majority of the guys that are the top prospects are like, all right, let's hear what your deal is. Where am I living? What am I driving?
True.
All right, cool. I'm driving a Hellcat, or I'm driving a Lamborghini, and I'm living in a country club residence where my coach lives, and I'm making $2 million. Sounds good. I'll go there.
Yeah,
what did you say your record was? 3-9? I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It's already like that.
It is already like that, absolutely.
I mean, you think the guys went to Colorado because they had a stellar football program?
Probably not.
I mean, they went 3-9, and they were all making probably $1 million plus.
They probably had
They're
fun
good
doing
players. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, Colorado, you see all the effects of NIL, how that's affecting different schools. I mean, Utah just had to sell part of their athletic program to a private equity company to deal with their $50 million of debt.
Yeah,
and then you got Colorado laying off all their coaches because they can't afford to pay them.
No, it's
we'll
actually
see. It's gonna be a crazy movie that we're gonna watch someday. That's over the effects of NIL. But
someone's gonna make a movie.
Obviously,
about
you got like Indiana with Kurt Signetti, and you've got Mark Cuban backing up his NIL, or you've got Texas Tech with the oil money. Or
can you imagine like what like, let's just say like in the future, like way down in the future, like our kids and stuff are going to be like, you lived in a time where there wasn't NIL, or there wasn't like transfer portal.
Yeah.
Like we weren't in college for it necessarily. Well,
we kind of were, but
kind of like
growing
freshman
up
year.
when you're like a super fan, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh my gosh, who we bringing in the class? Who's a sophomore that might be a junior now on our own team that could be making the next impact? Instead, it's like, all right, UTEP had a quarterback that was pretty stellar. I hope we can get him on our team this year.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
dude, kids are gonna be like blown away by that.
Yeah.
You couldn't make money in college. No, you couldn't make a dime.
Yeah.
You also
Didn't
couldn't
mean people weren't doing it, but
Yeah,
it wasn't
but
legal.
like it wasn't legal.
Yeah.
What?
Right.
Yeah, like
It's gonna be crazy.
I think that's gonna be crazy. They're gonna make a movie about all this stuff, and I'm gonna watch it.
No,
I
gonna
might
watch
make
it.
the movie.
Yeah, I might be in it. Lead actor. I'll be Kurt Ignetti. But,
or they'll just like interview us.
Yeah.
Launch your talk. What's your take on it?
Talk.
Well,
You
I
guys
mean,
did a lot of digging into this.
yeah. Well, I mean,
That's when we make it big, though.
yeah, we'll make it big.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, we have an aquarium.
Yeah, we do. You guys like the new background? We took away the fireplace. Now
it's
we're
an actual
in the
aquarium.
bottom of the. Oh my God! Jeez, it's a shark. And
It's an actual
now
aquarium.
we're in the Pacific Ocean.
No, it's an actual aquarium.
This is an aquarium.
this
I
is
thought we were
Beatty's.
camping out in the bottom of the.
No, this is Beatty's
Oh,
aquarium.
I guess that's probably our jet, huh? That weird
Yeah.
like cloud of air. Yeah, I guess.
No, this isn't a TV. This is an aquarium.
Oh yeah,
It's just made to look like a TV.
true. It's one of those ones that's like in the wall.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, moving on.
All right, moving on.
We
Let's,
got a draft. We got a draft we're coming back with.
draft.
To piggyback off of the last topic of conversation, before college football officially ends, we got a draft that we wanted to do for a long time, and we're going to run it right now. So we're going to bring back the best college football rivalries of all time. Of all time. And it should be a good topic. A lot of good rivalries in our past. We obviously, rivalry week was first week of December, maybe? About that time, maybe second week of December. Because, Thanksgiving.
We were still home.
Yeah, Thanksgiving. And then,
We were here.
the Army-Navy game, I watched it at home. I know that.
Yeah, and that's the week after.
Yeah. So.
Well, 2 weeks after.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks
I
after.
think might have been the second week of December was when rivalry week was.
Moving on.
But whatever. So that reminded us, and so we've got some rivalries that we've got listed. So if you're ready to rock, I'm ready to rock.
Let's do it.
All right.
We're doing 5 each, right?
Yeah, 5 each.
Okay, you want to start off?
Yeah,
I'll
I
let
can
you
start
have
off
the
with my
first
number
pick.
5.
Okay.
And this is one.
Wait, number 5.
It hits home
Oh,
for
wait.
me.
So we're not going.
Oh, I'm sorry. My fault.
Yeah,
My fault.
It's okay.
First overall.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, what's your best?
So for the best rivalry of all time, give me Army Navy. Army Navy, baby. I mean, you want to talk about Army Navy? I don't want to get on a tangent here, but this might be the last real college football game ever.
Well, seriously,
it might be the last real one. Like, no NIL. These guys can't just leave. They're not going there to play football. They're going there to
serve our country,
shoot terrorists, and save America. And
hell yeah!
Then they also get to run the read option in their free time. And I mean, we've got some of the greatest games of all time. I think the series is like within 4 games. Like, I think Navy leads the all-time series by maybe 4 games. And, that is just gritty-ass football. I mean, guys are just throwing maybe 7 combined passes a game. It's usually like 13 to 10.
And they swap the cadets,
Yeah,
too.
they swap the cadets. Amazing tradition.
They kidnap a cadet.
Think about the names you hear in those games. I mean, you got Roger Staubach and,
that's pretty much it.
the other guys along with him.
Yeah.
So, it's a great game. It's a great opportunity to show our patriotism. And it's got an entire week dedicated just for that one game. So,
Go
I got Army
America.
Navy, number 1 overall pick.
Go America.
Go America.
All right.
Rock on.
With my number 1 overall pick, I'm going to go with Ohio State, Michigan.
Oh, that's a great one.
I mean, it's a classic.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. I mean, yeah, the pure hatred between those two teams is just like no other, I think. It's a whole lot of fun to watch. There's been some like legendary games that have happened with it. And most of the time, at least in like recent years, like they're both pretty top ranked teams. So it's always a good one. Or at least if like one of them's not, like it's still a good game. Like it's still competitive. Like it's usually not a blowout. It's usually like maybe even an upset too, where you're just not expecting it. But it's always a great game. Like the fans are always into it. both stadiums are always electric just because, I mean, you talk about both those stadiums, massive capacity, just can seat 100,000 plus, and they're always just loud. And it's always super cold for that game.
It's like a
Snowing,
real football.
yeah, it's like
like
a real like winter football
outdoor
game.
football.
Yeah. Like just gritty, like cold football where you got,
who's tougher is basically going to win the game.
Yeah, so snake draft, of course. So I'll take the next pick. This one, more just for me, is definitely more personal, just because growing up in Texas, I just saw this a lot more, especially growing up in Austin. But I'm going to go with Red River, University of Texas versus University of Oklahoma. I just think for me personally, like the actual hatred between these two like fan bases is just insanity. Especially playing it at the Cotton Bowl too, like a historic stadium. Like the atmosphere around it too is just always really cool. They got the what is it, not the rodeo, whatever
State
it is.
Fair.
Yeah, the State Fair. State Fair. They always got that going on too with it, and it's really on like its own weekend. It's not really on like rivalry weekend, which I kind of like. It's kind of like middle of the season, so it's kind of like both those teams are like, on the cusp of something usually. Always a great game, like a lot of legends in those games. And yeah, I mean, if you went to either school, like you can't even say the other school's name, can't say anything about them. It's just a diehard rivalry, and I love that about it. So yeah, give me UT Oklahoma Red River rivalry.
Yeah, I knew this was going to happen, that our lists were going to be pretty similar. So I might change one of them, but for this one, I am going to go with Michigan Ohio State as my number 2. I mean, they call it the game. It's literally called the game.
What'd you go with?
Michigan Ohio State.
We're doing a draft though.
Oh, I can't use it. Shit.
I mean,
my fault. I was just looking at my list. That's on me going brain dead there. Fine. Fuck it. So I'm going to go number 2. Give me the Iron Bowl. Give me Auburn, Alabama. Just a classic. Watch the Kick 6. You've watched every, big-time game on CBS during Thanksgiving week. You watched Cam Newton, A.J. McCarron, Derrick Henry playing this game, Kelvin Benjamin. I mean, Bo Nix. The list goes on and on. It's just been a storied rivalry for many, many years, and it's just been a legendary game. The game always gets kind of dicey because, like, usually Alabama is the better team, but if you play on the road in Auburn at Jordan-Hare, there's like a curse. Like a curse, and it's like a wicked type of energy in there. Yeah. And sometimes it always just gets tight somehow. Like, I think 2 years ago when Alabama had that insane, like, Hail Mary play at the end of the game, they were supposed to be number 1 or number 2 team in the country, and they almost lost to, like, a 5-6 Auburn team. So that game always gets a little wild, and so Iron Bowl.
I like it.
So with my number 3 pick, I'm going to go with an actually not exactly on the mainstream of rivalry games. Okay. Give me the Holy War. Dang it. Utah and BYU.
I was going to take that next.
Utah-BYU is an unbelievable festive between 2 schools in Utah that are typically pretty good. They're both in the Big 12. They used to be in the Pac-12. But 2 amazing teams usually meet in there, and it's usually a lot of bad blood. I mean, you got the Mormons versus, whatever Utah claims to be. But usually it's like the goody two-shoes kids versus the bad kids, the kids that like to test the limits over there in Utah. And it's usually like a big shootout too, which is, part of my specialty. But I'm going to go with the Holy War at number 3.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, go for it.
With my 3rd pick, I was gonna take that.
Sorry
really
about that.
sucks.
Don't worry, you can just do what I do and just take it anyways.
Well, I'm gonna go with the greatest cocktail party, Georgia versus Florida.
Okay. And there's the state line. They play on that stadium in Jacksonville.
They play in Jacksonville. So I think that's always a really
cocktail party.
Yeah,
I believe it was called.
I believe it's called the greatest
cocktail party.
It's like the greatest cocktail party or something. Beatty, you want to look at it? That's
the Jacksonville Tea Party.
Yeah. So I always think that's like historically it's not like a game you really think about, but like really heated game always. Like I don't know if well, obviously you've seen this, but for the people that haven't seen it, you should watch the show about Florida, like in their prime. What was it called?
Well, the Untold
Yeah, the
documentaries.
Untold.
Yeah,
What was it?
I don't
Swamp
know.
Kings. Swamp Kings.
Swamp Kings. There
Yeah.
you go.
So if you haven't watched it, watch it. But in the show, it really gets in depth on that game. Like, really, just kind of shows like the hatred between those two teams. I don't remember what year it was, but when Georgia took a penalty for the whole team running out on the field for the first touchdown of the game, they ran out and celebrated. The entire team, the whole bench, everyone just ran out and celebrated. Like that kind of stuff, like it gets in, like everyone's trying to get in their head, like stuff like that. Like I love that. So I think that's always a great game. I'm a big fan of the SEC as well. So I think that rivalry is just awesome. So that's going to be my third pick. And then with my fourth pick, I'm going to take the Backyard Brawl.
Oh, the Backyard Brawl.
Pitt in West Virginia.
Shout out.
So I just think that's a good rivalry game.
Shout out, Brooke.
Yeah.
If you're watching this.
So,
Miranda, if you're watching this, call me.
So I think that's a good one. Yeah, a really good hatred kind of game. Like both fan bases are really passionate about their team. Just kind of a drunk fest there as well. So like fans are just really rowdy for it. Just a lot of fun to watch.
Eat shit Pitt.
Yeah, I mean like both teams just hate each other.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fun to watch. I always think that's a good game. So that's gonna be my fourth pick.
All right, so with the sneak draft, I got my last two picks coming up.
Yep.
With my number 4 pick, I've got Catholics versus Convicts.
Dang it, dude! I was gonna take
Notre
that.
Dame and Miami.
Dang it!
It's not as big of a rivalry now, but like back in the day when it was super traditional, you basically, I mean, they literally had like a 30 for 30 on this. It was basically the Convicts of Miami, just a bunch of, criminals essentially. I mean, a lot of them were. I'm pretty sure one of the guys killed his teammate. And, these dudes were just menaces. I mean, they were just the crazy wild bunch in Miami versus the straight edge Catholics over there at Notre Dame. So the Fighting Irish in Miami had a lot of good games in the past, and hopefully they continue that rivalry in this day and age. But wrapping up number 4 with Catholics versus the Convicts. Number 5, I'm actually really tied between two of them. And I want to give Nebraska a shout out because it really hits home to me personally. And I'll give an honorable mention after this, but I got to go CU Nebraska. I got to go CU Nebraska. And it's just simply because of the hatred that I have for CU fans and for CU. Like, when we beat their ass last year and we went, 6-6, I didn't even care. I just knew that we beat the shit out of CU, and that's all that I needed to hear. And for us to beat them, and then I remember also how bad it felt to lose to them because I've witnessed, trust me, in my day, I've witnessed a lot more losing than winning in that aspect, especially because of Nebraska's stellar football team that we've had. But CU Nebraska, wrapping up number 5. I'll let you make your pick, and then I'll throw my honorable mention in there. Yeah, sure.
So my dad would talk about how in the 2000s he would go to Colorado, and if you had Nebraska plates at the games, people would key your cards.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, cool story, Beatty.
No, I like that, Beatty. I remember
No,
shout out
Beatty.
to I went to the CU Nebraska game in 2018 when they came to Boulder. It might have been 2019. I think it was 2018. But they came to Boulder. My dad got us tickets, and we went with our buddy Ron Nolan. Shout out Ron Nolan if you're watching this. But we're at the game. Obviously, Nebraska's up by like 17 in the fourth quarter, and we end up losing on like a 97-yard touchdown to tie the game, and then they kicked like a 50-yard field goal to win it. And after the game, the CU fans and all the frat kids are yelling at us, and Ron Nolan almost fought like 11 frat kids by himself. We had to pull him out of the brawl. I mean, when you're upsetting a 50-year-old man like that because of a football game, it really hits home. It means a lot.
Yeah.
So shout out CU Nebraska.
No, I like that. Yeah, for my last pick, dang, you stole a lot of my picks. It's fine. I'm gonna go with the Egg Bowl.
Yeah,
I love
sure.
the name of it, and I think Ole Miss, Mississippi State. Just once again, like a really hated two teams that just kind of go after it. So I love a good heated rivalry as you kind of mentioned with yours. So that's always a good one. But yeah, I also think like some of the games like with the unique names too.
Yeah.
I like that. So like the Egg Bowl.
Yeah, sure.
Like, what does eggs have to do with it?
Yeah, or the Apple Cup.
Yeah.
Washington State.
Or Paul Bunyan's.
Yes. Wisconsin,
Axe.
Michigan, or Wisconsin, Minnesota. Sorry.
Yeah.
My honorable mention was Bedlam.
Ooh.
Because
True.
usually those
Didn't
games
even think
are
about
like
it.
70 to 73. And I just loved watching each team throw for like 700 yards.
True.
I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm watching, what's his name? Mason Rudolph throwing for like 9,000 yards against Baker Mayfield, who threw for like 9,200 yards. Oh, this is awesome. I mean, just horrible defense, but golly, get your popcorn ready, folks. Because this is going to OT.
I would say for my honorable mention, I'm going to say Yale versus Harvard.
Oh, it's a great one.
Yeah, I mean,
Great one.
that's
Shout out E-Man Lewis if you're watching.
Yeah, seriously. I think with that one, like, there's a lot of history behind it because once upon a time ago, those two teams, like, were winning the Natty pretty much every year.
Yeah, back when they were wearing, like, leather helmets and suits to the games.
Yeah. So I just think that's electric to think about two smart
agree.
schools going after it.
I agree.
And, like, the score back then was, like,
6-2.
6-2.
It was a touchdown with a missed extra point and then a safety.
Yeah.
And that was how the game was 6-2.
Just probably the worst football you've ever seen in your life.
Some of the worst football ever in American football history. But
And they probably like had no hatred between each other.
Nah.
They were probably like, ew.
They're like, so you want to go to the library and study with me after this? Yeah, I'm down. Football is super dumb. I'd rather be the president of the United States.
And then they actually become the president.
And then they might become the president of the United States. So shout out to Yale and Harvard. But
yeah, there's some good rivalries out there. Let us know.
Let us know what we missed.
Yeah,
as always, let us know in the comments what we missed.
Let us know what we missed. Let us know who had the better picks.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, wrap it up, man. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Looking to move to Spotify here soon.
Yeah.
With the podcast, Beatty.
Yeah, we'll see what Beatty can do.
We'll see what Beatty can do on that.
Might have to give him.
That way the viewers have an easier listening option in case
might
they
have to
don't
pay
have to
him
put their
more.
phone. Yeah, might have to give him a little bit more extra frosties.
Yeah, you might get a raise, Beatty. How's that feel?
But all I'm saying is we're going to be back next week giving the previews and stuff for each series, so tune in. It's going to be a great spring episodes coming out. It's going to be a great season to launch here.
It's going to be a great new year.
It's going to be a great new year. Happy New Year to everybody. Hopefully your New Year's resolutions are off to a hot start.
Yep.
And
I know ours are.
I know mine is.
Yeah, mine is, definitely.
Yeah, I'm definitely ace at mine.
I'm not going to share them.
I'm not going to say it, but I'm doing good.
I'm doing a great job of it.
So, yeah, that's it for us at Launch Talk. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And until next time.
See ya.
We'll see you on the flip.
See ya.